Folks, it's time for the USP3 Midwest and Elite Defensive Player of the Year Award winners. We're going to be breaking them down here, breaking them out to you. First, let's start with the Coach of the Year, though. Let's start with another Coach of the Year. This one's at the 18U. This is from the Jersey Hitmen, Kevin Kamensky. This is a coach with a lot of talent himself when he played the game, a lot of background in the game, from a great program. Just how good of a year did Kevin have with his squad?
Such a great year, and you can really see all of the experience that he gained from playing the game of hockey, being transferred down to these kids in the 18U division. So just a great job on his part this year.
An incredible job on his part. Now, speaking of incredible jobs, let's talk about the Elite Defensive Player of the Year from the Florida Eels, hashtag Fleals. That is Jonathan Carlson. Easy for me to say. And you know what? The Fleals, giving me the feels, Lucas. How good of a season did Jonathan have?
10 goals, 56 assists. 56 assists. Are you kidding me, Dan? That kind of number is almost going to guarantee you a spot on our list. And just want to throw this statistic out there. 20 power play assists, making it happen on the power play and during regular strength.
And that's the kind of thing you need to do to be successful at the NCAA level. And this man's an NCAA commit. He's going to be doing that very soon. Next up, we go to another Polish man. Kemchek Olszewski. It's Alex Olszewski, the USP3 Richmond Generals Defensive Player of the Year, Defenseman of the Year. Lucas, how good of a year did Olszewski have?
16 goals, 14 assists, 7 power play goals, really making an impact on the power play. This guy is what I like to think of as a pure defenseman. We see a lot of these defensive players have great offensive statistics, and we love to see a guy that can go up and down the ice. But Alex is one of those guys that really loves to hone the craft of playing defense. He's always in front of the puck every time it's in the zone.
Now, Lucas, we move to the Midwest here, and there's a lot of defensemen who could have been picked. There was a lot of great defensemen this year, but a guy who I interviewed earlier this year. I went out to Chicago. I interviewed him on the ice. He was an incredible talent. I compared him to Ryan McDonough on skates. He looked a lot like McDonough. He was a captain of his team. He was a leader, clubhouse leader, big-time player. It's Matt Olson. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. And, it's hard to not get emotional talking about this story. This is a young man with everything ahead of him here on the ice, and he suffered a severe injury, a severe upper body injury on the ice playing for the Chicago Cougars. And you think about a situation like this, Lucas, that a guy can have such a good season that he misses towards the end of the year, and he was the real Defensive Player of the Year, number one. And number two, this is a player who has inspired the country. Everyone from Linda Cohn to every NHL team has touched on this situation. And we hope you go to the GoFundMe page. We'll put it at the bottom of the screen here for Matt Olson. And we hope that you get involved, Lucas. Just how great of a young man is Matt Olson? How inspiring.
Just fantastic, and all the things that you touched on. He had such a great season, put up all the big numbers, was a clear contender for Defensive Player of the Year. And then after his injury, just so inspiring to so many people. He was trending on Twitter for a while. And like you said, so many major sports outlets are picking up on the story and trying to advance, his cause and his story for everyone to get a chance to take a look at.
Matt Olson, we wish you the best. We love you. We love the game you play. I loved having a chance to interview you on the ice. And to those watching at home, if you haven't supported Matt yet, please do. You can do it in many different ways. This guy's had an incredible season on the ice, and he's got much more to come. Much more to come here. This is a guy with a bright future. He's going to have an involvement in this world, and he's going to make a difference. Matt, we're so happy to have you in this league, and congratulations on your Defensive Player of the Year award. Get well soon, buddy, and we will, with the Dan K Show, bring you next the Goaltenders of the Year from the premier 16U futures, 16U, and 18U.